Tesla's biggest new announcements have some owners beyond furious right now. Let me tell you in this video about all this new controversy and why some people are so upset with Tesla. Plus, Tesla just released an all-new product that has some people very happy. We've got some surprising updates on Project Highland, some new updates on Cybertruck, and Tesla pricing is about to change in a major way. Let me tell you about some really big discounts coming to every Tesla model soon, like really soon. This is honestly one of the craziest Tesla news weeks we've had in quite some time, so I'm gonna skip the intro, let you know about the giveaway at the end of this video, and for now, let's just jump right into all the news you need to know about, and also give a huge thanks to Recurrent for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. Alright, so we have got a lot of news to cover in this video, so let me sort of blitz through some of the smaller stories first, then get to the big stuff, though some of the smaller stuff is still pretty big, like the fact that Tesla just released an all-new product that even Tesla haters seem to like. It's a universal version of their wall connector that is sort of like a mini magic dock that you can have in your home. Now, currently, Tesla sells two versions of their wall connector, one with the Tesla plug to plug in and charge with your Tesla vehicle, and one for non-Tesla EVs with a J1772 connector that's sort of the universal standard for non-Tesla EVs. But this new model now combines both in a very clever way, similar to the magic dock available at some supercharging stations around the world, that basically will let you sort of choose what kind of connector you want when you pull the cable. With this universal wall connector, you can press the button on the handle to release a J1772 connector to charge your non-Tesla, or you can pull the handle to release the regular Tesla plug to charge your Tesla with no adapter at the end. This new unit costs $595 and will begin shipping in October, and is a great sort of a middle ground until we finally get all of these companies transitioning over to the NACS standard here in North America. So if you're looking for a stopgap and you want to charge your Tesla and non-Tesla, this is a great way to go because it combines both. It also appears that Tesla is looking to launch their own rental service in Texas very soon that may one day compete with the national chains like Enterprise, Hertz, National, and more. A job listing and some LinkedIn sleuths were able to find a couple of nuggets in a new report that basically say that Tesla is looking to launch a new rental program in Texas, allowing Tesla customers to rent a vehicle directly from Tesla themselves when their car is in for service, or if they're looking to make some airport trips or stuff like that. The report details that once things go smoothly on a smaller scale, Tesla could ramp this up to be a full-scale rental arm where you could basically rent a Tesla to try for yourself directly from Tesla, bypassing sort of the middleman, the national companies sort of in between. And we know right now the Tesla vehicles are super popular at rental companies, specifically Hertz, that has sort of a deal with Tesla, or at least they bought a bunch of Teslas. They've had a lot of success with customers who love to rent these cars for an extended amount of time and really get to know them and play with them. And this could be a great opportunity for Tesla. Obviously, they have those demo drives that are great, but also you're able to only be with the vehicle for 30 minutes. If you wanted to rent it for an extended period of time and really get to know it, some sort of official rental arm for Tesla would be great and would sort of be a win-win. They could collect some money. You could rent any Tesla you wanted for a longer period of time, whether that was to consider buying one or to get around town or go on a trip. Could be a really nice solution when it sort of matures and becomes, well, any sort of real solution. Right now, still in the early stages and only in Texas. We've also got some interesting updates on Cybertruck this week, as new units are basically now piling up outside of Giga Texas, ready to go and hopefully ready to be delivered very soon. Production now is moving full speed ahead. We've gone from just the occasional Cybertruck spotting to seeing multiple new models every single day. And as of right now, it seems like delivery is imminent, and these initial models could be delivered basically any day now. We've also seen a caravan of Cybertrucks being trucked across the country to different locations, potentially going to a crash testing site, maybe going for some EPA range testing. But like I mentioned, every single day we're seeing Cybertrucks in all new places, including a recent batch of Cybertrucks, I believe 9 total vehicles that were brought from Texas to Fremont for some odd reason. Again, according to Elon, some sort of Cybertruck delivery event would be happening by the end of September, so about a month from now, and all signs from the leaks and rumors and everything we've seen do point to this actually happening. So if you're an early Cybertruck reservation holder, and especially if you live in the Texas area, you might be very happy because it could be taking delivery within the next 30 to 45 days. Of course, we still don't know the actual cost of the Cybertruck. No final pricing or specs have been announced, but that's for another video another day. All right, moving on from that, let's talk about some exciting but confusing Tesla news, one of the biggest stories of the last week or so, and that is the announcement of some brand new Tesla models that no one saw coming. In fact, they are actually some lower cost Tesla models that might be great for some, but honestly, probably not the best buy on the market and might not actually be a good buy for you watching this video. Earlier last week, Tesla sort of introduced or reintroduced, depending on who you ask, a standard range version of the Model S and Model X that is $10,000 cheaper than its long range counterpart, but also has some odd trade-offs. These standard range models have a slower 0 to 60 time than their long range counterpart. They've got considerably less range, but also they're $10,000 cheaper. In the case of the Model X, you can now get a Model X standard range for $88,490 with a range of just under 270 miles, which isn't great, 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds, but hey, that's a more competitive price than it was before. Model S standard range is a bit better, $78,490 is the MSRP, with a 320 mile of range included, and a 0 to 60 time of 3.7 seconds. And while it's obviously nice to see some cheaper Tesla offerings, especially at the higher end Model S and Model X level, there are definitely some odd things going on here. First is the range. The prevailing theory that sort of made its way around the internet and now, I guess, has been confirmed by Tesla, according to a couple of different news outlets, is that there really is no physical hardware change to these vehicles. You've got the same exterior, same interior, same battery, same colors and wheels that you can choose from when you go to order the car, but Tesla's just software locking the battery to limit the performance and limit the range. And this might sound weird, but it really isn't super crazy to see because Tesla has done this before on more than one occasion. You might remember a few years ago when the Model 3 was sort of at its peak, sort of getting off the ground, Tesla did offer an off-menu, I guess it was on menu for a while, then off-menu, standard range Model 3 that was just $35,000, but for that cheaper price, you got the exact same car as a standard range plus, and also one that was super similar to the long range and performance Model 3 variants as well. Basically, the standard range model didn't come with cloth seats, didn't have a smaller screen or no glass, it had all that stuff, but it was just a software locked version of the standard range plus. So instead of Tesla building a whole separate vehicle and production line, they decided it was cheaper to build a standard range plus, software lock it, and knock some money off the price. But one very interesting thing about that model is that, well, for one, it'd be nice to sort of see that again, but also Tesla did allow those owners who had that standard range Model 3 to do an upgrade if they wanted to later on down the road. So they could pay to unlock their heated seats, they could pay to unlock more range, they could pay to unlock the 0 to 60 time to be faster. You could actually pay to unlock the full battery potential there and be able to get those extra features. A little bit complicated, but that does raise the question as to, could Tesla do that with this standard range Model S and Model X? Would you be able to, at a later time, be able to pay to unlock some extra features? Or is it just what it is? And the standard range offering is going to be what it's going to be for the foreseeable future, if not forever. It really seems like Tesla is doing this to sort of clear out their existing Model S and Model X inventory because there just isn't as much demand for those vehicles as the cheaper Model 3 and Model Y. So we'll have to see if this does some wonders for them and actually moves some units. Also, speaking of price, the second mystery surrounding these vehicles is, while it's nice to see a price reduction, the $10,000 discount still does not let these vehicles qualify for any sort of consumer federal tax incentive. Now, exciting as all this news is on these new Teslas coming soon, you're probably thinking two things. One is, how do I sell my current EV to get one of these new Teslas and get the most amount of money possible with that sale? And also, maybe the flip side is, how do I really make sure I can keep my EV for as long as possible and keep that battery healthy and happy? Luckily, the answer to both those questions is simple, and it's totally free, and all made possible by this video's sponsor, Recurrent. If you're looking to maximize the life of your current EV, listen up, this is important because Recurrent offers a totally free monthly battery report that gives you incredible insight into the health of your EV's battery, totally automated, comes to your inbox every single month. And again, did I mention it's totally free? You can get an estimate of your current range. You can see a prediction of your future range. You can even see how your vehicle compares to similar vehicles in their current fleet. And most importantly here is that you can see your charging habits and how your current charging habits could be helping or hurting your battery in the long run. And if you're on the flip side of this, looking to sell your EV, again, battery health is very important, and you may actually be able to earn more money on the sale thanks to a healthy battery premium that Recurrent is able to calculate for you totally for free. And in fact, Recurrent is actually able to help with this entire selling process. They're actually going to help you get connected to dealers around you that really understand the importance of a healthy EV battery and may even pay you more if you've got a healthy EV battery on, well, your EV. To be clear here, it's totally free, no spam or commitments here, just offers you can accept or ignore. No strings attached. Simply put, if you've got an EV you're looking to sell, if you're looking to buy your very first EV, or you've got an EV and you want to keep it for years and years to come, everyone here needs Recurrent. They have an awesome selection of tools on their website, totally free. This really awesome monthly battery report that's going to make sure you know the ins and outs of your battery. They're an amazing company doing so many amazing things in this space. I love Recurrent. I know you all will love them as well. So again, if you want to learn more about what they have to offer today, check out these totally free tools and that really awesome monthly battery report. Hit the link right down below the description to learn more and check out Recurrent for yourself today. Like right now. Don't wait. Click that link down below. The $10,000 price drop means the Model S and Model X standard range are still ineligible for that $7,500 federal tax credit. I think the Model X is actually a little bit closer to the SUV cap than the Model S, so if Tesla was to drop the price a bit more, it might actually qualify. The Model S is still a very long ways away, which sort of makes you wonder, why is Tesla doing this? If their goal was to really move units and they wanted to get close to that federal tax incentive, if they're able to meet that cap, at least temporarily, they'd be able to really move some units because you can knock $7,500 off the price, though Tesla is very quick to make mention of, at least on the Model X page, that there are a couple of rebates you could take advantage of if you buy this as a business vehicle. And speaking of price cuts more generally, Tesla pricing as a whole has been very much in flux the last few days as they continue to offer some significant discounts in certain parts of the world, specifically in China. Tesla dropped recently the price of the Model Y long range and performance in China considerably, and also they dropped the Model S and Model X prices by 6% in that market. They obviously didn't give those markets a standard range, so maybe that was sort of the way they could sort of boost demand without those vehicles. But interesting to see some price cuts there, and sort of makes you wonder, could we see price cuts coming to other parts of the world, including here in North America? Model S and Model X pricing probably won't change all that much, and I probably would assume that Model Y won't change all that much. And Highland is sort of a mixed bag. There has been some newfound speculation and a lot of chatter online that maybe Tesla's going to drop the price of Highland to make it even cheaper, though that seems like a stretch. Seems like Tesla's really going to do their best to cut costs in the production process. And of course, speaking of Project Highland, I've got some big updates on Project Highland you need to know. The rumors, or I should say the latest rumors at this point, basically say that this car is coming to us in its final form at any second. According to Tesla China insiders, this car could launch anytime between now and mid-September, and Giga Shanghai has already switched to fully building this new model. So at Giga Shanghai in China, they are only building the new refreshed Project Highland. There's been a lot of speculation that maybe Canada is the first country to get the new Highland Model 3s, at least in North America, because they're currently importing their Model 3s from China. And then we've got a couple of other tidbits here from a Tesla China analyst over on X, basically saying that the appearance of this car looks really good, going to look very similar to the Model S, which does sort of lead us to believe this image of the alleged leaked front end of the car is going to be in fact true and what this car is going to look like. An interesting note here on production, basically that it's ramping up. And then controversial here, this is something I haven't read before, but not sure if it's true. They say that hardware 3.5, not hardware 4, is installed on these cars and that all radar sensors have been removed. The reason this is odd is that every other vehicle in Tesla's lineup has hardware 4. The S, the X, even the Y have hardware 4. The only vehicle missing hardware for as of right now is the new model, or I guess is the current Model 3. But the assumption is that Tesla has not put hardware 4 on the Model 3 because they're waiting for the refresh to do that. So would be sort of odd to see this new refreshed Highland vehicle launch with hardware 3.5 and not 4. That would be odd. And then also learning here that pricing is another point of contention. According to Tesla China analysts, they say the car could start at $27,000. And this has been a huge point of contention in the Tesla community over the last couple of days. There's been an increasing amount of chatter that pricing on the new Highland Model 3 would be lower and starting lower than the current Model 3 rear-wheel drive model now. But there's also people saying it's going to go higher. So we don't know how pricing is going to shake out. Not sure if this $27,000 figure is the cost that Tesla has to pay to produce one model, or if this is going to be the entry-level consumer cost to buy this Project Highland Refresh Model 3. We don't know as of right now. $27,000 would obviously be a very attractive price for this vehicle, but it also seems like Tesla's building a lower cost Model 2 that's going to be more in that price range. So not sure how pricing is going to shake out, but what we know as of right now is that basically production is increasing by the day, and anytime over the next couple of weeks, this vehicle should officially launch and be able to start rolling out to customers, hopefully very soon. Moving on, next is a really cool update coming to the Tesla app on your phone, and that is a new sort of update on the Tesla iOS app that brings shortcut support to the Tesla app. Essentially, why this is such a big deal is that the Shortcuts app lets you sort of use your voice and automations to make things easier to do on your Tesla, and there were third-party apps that would allow you to use Siri shortcuts with your Tesla, like the Terry iOS app, which I love. They've been a wonderful partner to this channel. They have a lot of cool features within that app, and one of the cool features was Siri shortcut support, and now Tesla is bringing that native to the stock app. So if you want to be able to set up automations, you want to use your voice to do commands like to turn on the climate or open the front or trunk or control other parts of your car, you can now use Siri shortcuts and the native Tesla app to do that without having to download any third-party apps or third-party APIs. It's there now in the stock app. Cool for some people who really want to dig into this. For other people, probably couldn't care less. But if you do want to do some automations and really get in there and customize more things, Siri shortcuts is now here on the stock Tesla app on the iPhone. All right, guys, so what are your thoughts on the Tesla news for the week? Your thoughts on Cybertruck, Project Highland, the price cuts, your thoughts on all this news, let me know down below in the description. Also, doing more giveaways on this channel. If you want to have your chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card or a free Tesla shirt, all you've got to do is 3 simple things. Like this video, so give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. It really does help. And I read all the comments. I appreciate all of the kind comments. I know some people don't like the videos. They don't like my voice, but others of you are very kind and appreciate the effort and work that goes into these videos. And to you, I say, thank you very much. I read your comments and I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it. I am Robert Rosenfeld. Hope you enjoyed this Tesla news recap, and I'll see you all in the next one.